Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone. Just before we get started, you're probably all wondering where the TARDIS Zone talks is tonight. Well, as you know, yourselves, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's been stuff going on recently with someone that we know. So I've decided that everybody needs a bit of a break from it. Because there's just so much going on right now. So I just need a bit of a break as well. I just want to do the watch alongs right now. So we'll have a Classic Who tomorrow, Saturday, and we'll have New Who on Sunday. But let's get into this video. Doctor Who filming in Bristol. Jodie Whittaker and John Bishop shooting scenes at abandoned warehouse. I will put this article in the link description. It is from Bristol Live. It is believed scenes involving Daleks are being filmed inside the building. Scenes from the forthcoming series of Doctor Who are being filmed in an abandoned warehouse in Bristol. Jodie Whittaker, who portrays the 13th Doctor, shooting at the A Bond warehouse on Cumberland Road, along with John Bishop, who was unveiled as part of the cast of the new series following the New Year's Day special. It is understood Manip Gill, who was cast as companion Yasmin Khan in 2018 series of Doctor Who, is also part of the shoot at the Grade 2 listed former tobacco warehouse. With the film crew based at the Lloyd's Amethyst Theatre, the shoot began at 7 a.m. today, the 4th of June, but it is not yet known how long it will last. A growing group of Doctor Who superfans are patiently waiting outside the building, which is due to be turned into flats, eager to catch a glimpse of the cast as they hope to meet them. Jordan Mort, 23, said, "We lived in Bristol for a few years, and the only other time I've heard of Doctor Who being filmed here was in 2019 when they filmed it on the suspension bridge for the New Year's special. We sadly missed out on that, so we found out they were that filming was going on today. We thought we'd come down to try and catch a glimpse of the actors, maybe even have a picture taken with them if we're lucky. We haven't been getting much news about the new season apart from the fact that John Bishop has been cast, so it's nice to come down and see some hints for yourself. It's not every day you get to meet the cast of one of your favorite shows." Nicholas Briggs, who voices the Daleks and a few other villains in the show, has been spotted in the filming base at Lloyd's Amphitheatre. Nicholas Pegg and Barnaby Edwards, who work as Dalek operators on the long-running show, have also been seen. The fact those three have been seen has basically confirmed for us that it is a scene involving the Daleks. It's being filmed inside the warehouse at Jordan. The ongoing filming is for Series 13 of the sci-fi hit, which will be shorter than fans would have wanted. It was initially due to be 11 episodes in length, but due to the coronavirus pandemic, filming was delayed and the season has been cut down to 8 episodes. Matt, 23, another fan waiting outside the warehouse who didn't want to reveal his surname, said, "I've come down here today because it's a rare opportunity that doesn't present itself very often. The show was really shot here in Bristol, so I thought I'd come down and see if I can get a glimpse of what's going on. Occasionally you might get lucky and meet the cast members. A few years ago I had a lot of luck when I managed to meet Peter Capaldi, Matt Smith and a few other actors. I haven't managed to catch a glimpse of anyone leaving the warehouse yet, but the unit base earlier, I saw Jody, Manip, and John getting into their cars to come down here. Coming down to the set certainly heightens the excitement of what we might see when the series airs on television. Now, I could pick up the fact that she did the journalist writing this article did say that the show is a hit show. It's not a hit show. Also, where they say that it was supposed to be 11 episodes, that was never going to be the case. It was already reduced, and it was going to be reduced either way. Coronavirus has just made sure now that it is. We're going to get less episodes, and we don't know if it's 6 or 8 right now. From 11, it could go to 6. But again, there's a few things in this article that are misrepresented. But Daleks in Series 13, it looks like. I'm not really surprised because they've been in the festive specials, and it has to be leading somewhere. He's not. I don't think Chris Chibnall is going to just continue this Dalek story that he wants to do just during the festive specials. So I'm pretty sure, look, they voice other villains as well. We've got to remember that. So it could be, it could be the Jadun. It could be the Jadun. But, nobody has actually seen a Dalek on set, or seen a villain on set for that matter right now. But it's June now. It's June what? What's the date now? It's June 4th now, and they're still filming Doctor Who. And if rumours are to be true, it's over budget, and it's going to be late as well. They're behind as well if rumours are to be true. Also, just to let you know, Marty got in contact with me. We haven't heard from Marty in a while. He's saying there's stuff on Gallifrey Base about Doctor Who, possibly the filming and the production of it, possibly moving to Scotland. I'll keep my eye on that one, and we'll see what the story is there, but nothing concrete. But again, this article, there's 2 articles. There was one yesterday, 12 hours ago, sorry. There was one at 6 o'clock this morning, and they've obviously updated it. So I'll put the 2 articles in the link description. You can go and read the articles yourselves and have a look at it. But yeah, Jodie Whittaker, John Bishop, and Manip Gill have been spotted in a warehouse in Bristol, filming for Doctor Who. Nicholas Briggs has also been spotted, along with a couple of other people, which have fans guessing that it's the Daleks that are making an appearance in Series 13. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised because Chris Chibnall has had them in the festive specials, and there's obviously a story that he is doing there and he wants to complete. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do make an appearance in Series 13. But let's remember that Nicholas Briggs also voices, if I'm correct, the Jadun. And so we don't know exactly, because the Dalek hasn't been spotted. Now, there are some fans apparently there, right? They say super fans, right? But then when you hear the talking, these people are just waiting to get a photograph. They don't seem, but they are right about one thing. The limited amount of information. Sorry about Ted in the background, because Cheryl's just had to come back from the shop. So Ted has decided that he's going to be a little man now at the moment. Hold on, Ted, come here. Come here to me. I'm actually in the middle of streaming there, Ted. Thank you. Anyway, as I said, what was I saying? Dalek story. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, as the fan said there, yeah, that's what I was going to say. There is limited information. We're not getting much. Any of the information that mostly has been put out there has been from rumor and speculation, and obviously some leaked stuff that people like myself have been getting. There's been nothing concrete said by the BBC yet, as usual. And Chris Chibnall has a habit of being very secretive. So, you know, we just have to wait and see what happens. But what do you guys think, Daleks in Series 13? So, if it's true, right, let's recap all the monsters that are going to be in Series 13 when it airs, right? So we're going to have, the Sontarans, right? The Weeping Angels, right? Daleks now, right? Quite possibly, and more than likely, Cybermen, because I don't think that whole Cyberlord thing is going to be over. I'm telling you, this is looking like, and it's been rumoured as well. Now, we spoke about this a couple of months ago, but it was rumoured also that the Autons may appear. Now, I did get me hands on a photograph of a video, and I actually got the video at the time, and I showed everybody. It was Doctor Who filming, and there was one of those big red buses, and on the side of it, there was a sign that said Autons Glassware or something like that. They're like a Specsavers. But when I went to Google it and others went to Google it, this place doesn't exist. Well, I couldn't find it. People are trying to say it does exist, but I couldn't find it. So it's been rumoured just recently, but we spoke about a month ago, that the Autons could be returning as well. This just seems to be a trip down nostalgia lane with Chris Chibnall. Let's bring in as many as the most popular monsters of Doctor Who, so we could try get the audience back. And that's what that seems like to me. It's just ridiculous. You know, it's not the old villains that we want anyway. You know, we've had the old villains now in the two new Who eras. We don't keep needing new old villains, right? Create new villains. You know, the Weeping Angels, when Stephen Moffat originally came up with them, was a great scary concept. The Silence was a great concept as well. They can create new aliens. They've shown before in the past that they can. But the ones that Chris Chibnall have created, we've all seen, are pretty weak. Talking frogs, racists in leather jackets. We got aliens with teeth on their face, which makes no sense. What do they use? Did they use Colgate toothpaste to clean their face every night or something? We had killer sheets. What else had we got? Oh yeah, we had an adipose on crack in the Beting. You know, like that's the type of thing that we're getting. Now look at, I know in the classic era we got some silly monsters, right? Nobody's denying that. But this is 2021, right? Or this is the current era of Doctor Who, right? We're gone past these kind of things, right? Technology has moved on, and so have effects moved on, right? You can still have an odd silly monster here and there. Nobody's denying that. But Jesus Christ, the level of creativity that we have seen under the Chris Chibnall era has been pretty poor. The villains are pretty poor. The aliens are pretty poor. I mean, even the character development of the main characters is pretty poor. So, you know, he really needs to up his game. If he thinks by bringing all these villains in, as I said, that he's going to boost the series, well, he's sadly mistaken. He's going to be in for a bit of a shock, because fans have had enough now. They've had enough of his mediocre writing. And that's it. And that's what it boils down to now. The bottom line is that all the fans are sick of his writing. His writing has been the biggest letdown of this era. It's gone past the acting ability of certain people. You know, it's now hyper focused on Chris Chibnall. He has been one of the worst showrunners that we could have ever gotten for Doctor Who. His character development is poor. His story development is poor. His plots are poor. Right? His team, the same applies to them. It's just been a total disaster from start to finish. Now, Holby City was axed by BBC only recently. Now, as far as now, listen, someone did leave a comment and say that, oh, well, Holby City went all woke. No, you probably haven't watched it in years. I haven't. I used to watch Casualty, and obviously that was a spin-off. And I did used to watch Holby City, but I stopped watching the two of them, actually. But apparently it's gone down the same route as most shows, but it's being axed. Now, what I can't fathom is that show has been axed, right? That show's been gone for nearly, 20-odd years or something like that, right? And they've decided to axe that, but Doctor Who's in a worse position right now, and they're keeping that. So I just made the point, and I don't think anybody's picked up on it. I'm not saying this is what BBC is doing, right? But the axe Holby City, and we're told that Doctor Who is over budget. And I'm thinking, are BBC axing certain shows, not just to help Doctor Who now, because I'm not just saying that they axe all these shows just to give the money to Doctor Who, but are they cutting shows now and they're keeping Doctor Who? This is BBC showing as well. We got rid of Holby City. We should have got rid of Doctor Who in reality, but we're getting rid of Holby City, right? So that could mean that obviously they do want this show to go on, but throwing money at this is not the answer either, right? You can give Chris Chibnall that extra money, he's still going to produce crap, right? Money doesn't produce good writers, right? He's not going to suddenly turn around and be the greatest sci-fi writer that's ever lived because he's been given extra money. Now, I'm not saying Holby City has been asked to fund Doctor Who, but if BBC is in financial dire straits, as some people have suggested, well, axing shows like this and then spreading the funds around would actually make sense. It has happened in the past. Stations like BBC and ITV have axed shows in the past that have raised eyebrows, but then we have found out then in the upcoming weeks and months that it's got to do with financial stuff. They just can't survive. And remember, these TV stations have also been hit by this pandemic as well financially. And remember, when you've got IPs like Doctor Who and Top Gear struggling, right, then you're in serious trouble. They're the two biggest IPs that they sell abroad. And when they're struggling, then they're not bringing in the money. And we've seen that in the Doctor Who fandom. Nobody's buying that anymore. And if anybody is buying stuff, it's all secondhand. They're trying to find it in charity shops and stuff like that, bargain bins. They won't pay the full money. They refuse to. You got Doctor Who magazine begging last year for people. I don't know now if that actually worked, but that magazine was struggling. Big Finish are making some strange decisions. You know, that's being hit. And of course, we've seen it with the show. I just don't know. I mean, look, when I heard Holby City was axed, I was a little bit surprised, but people were saying, no, it's gone down the route. It's been like that for a couple of years, and that's why, which is fair enough. But if you're asking me, I think Doctor Who's the biggest culprit. I mean, that whole thing is a propaganda bit. I mean, you put on series 11 and 12. Watch this, it's all propaganda, you know. So I don't know. This could mean that BBC are serious about saving Doctor Who. But if they are serious about saving Doctor Who, well, then what you do is you sack Chris Chibnall. You want to save this show now, that's what you do. After series 13, right, you come out, when he's filmed series 13, you come out and make the announcement that not only Jodie Whittaker departs, but he goes as well, and we start fresh. Because if BBC don't, it doesn't matter who they cast as the next Doctor. I've been talking to loads of people, right? I talked to the fandom, and they will not be satisfied or will not be willing to watch another bit of Doctor Who until Chris Chibnall is gone. They understand that the timeless child nonsense will never be retconned, but they do want the show to go back to the way it was when it was entertaining people. And I don't think that's too much to ask nowadays. But unfortunately, we've seen with all of these companies that is a hard thing to ask them. They don't want to entertain us. They just want to preach to us all. So, Daleks, doesn't matter who you bring back. Doesn't matter. I mean, you could bring back one of the previous Doctors and it still wouldn't work. Nothing at this stage is going to work for him. I don't think BBC and Chris Chibnall realise that fans have gone past the point of no return when it comes to this show. And it doesn't matter what Chris Chibnall does. They see his name on this show, they're not interested. It's as simple as that. So BBC, get you our asses into gear and make the right call before it's too late. I will put those 2 articles in the link description. Go and check them out. There are a few photographs there. Nothing really to blow your socks off, to be quite honest with you. It's just a picture of a bleeding warehouse. So if you just want to see the picture of the warehouse where Jodie Whittaker and the other 2 are filming, then knock yous ourselves out. But the articles are there if you just want to read them. You know, because when you read these articles, you might pick up on something that nobody, you know what I mean? Sometimes that happens. So, yeah, I'll put those articles in the link description. So, we'll be back, as I said, tomorrow for Classic Who. Classic Who. The Armageddon Factor. Yeah. And then, if I remember correctly, what was after Vampires in Venice for New Who? It was, hold on, here's the DVD. Give me it. It's Amy's Choice. We've got Amy's Choice now. Yeah, we've got Amy's Choice on Sunday. That's the one with the killer grannies. Matthew says he likes the one with the killer grannies. Who doesn't like killer grannies with mad eye stalks coming out of their mouths? See, again, even that, I even remember watching it at the time, and I remember when one of the grannies gets knocked down, when they knock one of the grannies down, I was going, holy crap, man, they really got into that. Like the stunt person that was pretending to be the granny really got into it because they're bleeding hit the deck. I do love Amy's Choice, because Amy does make a choice in that episode. A lot of fans in the early days didn't really like Amy because of the way she treated Rory. But she soon wins fans over. I mean, Amy Pond is great. She's in some of the best episodes. The Girl Who Waited is actually one of the saddest ones for me. The end of that episode is just where Rory is not letting her in, the older version of Amy. It's sad. It's sad. And she has a Rory android. Do you remember? That was all sad. So yeah, join us the weekend for the watch alongs. So we'll see you then. Have a good one. Enjoy the sunshine for you guys that have a bit of sun. We have sunshine, but like it's irritating. Because it's like we're used to the heat, but it's like when you're cooking in this bleeding apartment, it's like it doesn't matter if you open the windows. It's like the heat stays in. It's funny that because when we wanted to go out, it never does. And when we wanted to stay in, it never does. In the winter especially. Isn't that funny? Right, we're off anyway. Have a good one. I'll talk to you over the weekend. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and for everybody that's out there now enjoying themselves, as I said, look after yourselves and Take care and enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can. Right, I'm off. See you later. Bye.